Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you the monstrous Sweet 100 cherry plant again, because this thing is just a monster. Y'all remember George? I don't know if you can see him, George the spider. Well, if you see previous videos, all this overhang right here wasn't here. This has actually showed up in the past week. Just look at the number of flowers hanging here. Just look at that. There's got to be like 50 to 100 of them just hanging right here. So I'm going to step back and show you the growth. That's the Sweet Cherry 100 plant. It's definitely past the halfway mark across the overhead part of the building, and I'm debating on whether I'm going to let it keep growing or go ahead and start cutting off the ends of all the suckers and preventing it from going any further this way, and I'll let it bush out and hang down off the back here. But I got other plants with bigger tomatoes that I want to keep growing up overhead, but it's going to take them probably another month where they make it halfway overhead. And then by that time, these plants ought to start be producing, but so they'll be shaded. So I'm going to cut the tops of these plants off that are in the center here. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want them to put all their energy into fruit production and no longer growing once they reach the top here. Because once these other plants do grow overhead, it will shade them and they won't have as much energy. So they need to be reaching their mature cycle by the time that happens, and be ripening the fruit that's on them. So, but anyway, I just want to show you guys that Sweet 100 plant. It is just ridiculous. I got cherry tomatoes hanging over my head, and it's actually nice and cool right here in the greenhouse. Standing under this plant here, it's nice and cool. That's why you probably see that the leaves back here on these plants are not all folded up and showing signs of heat stress. But you do see over here, as you move out of the less green part of the greenhouse, they do start seeing some curling up and signs of heat stress, especially on this Mr. Stripey here. That's a tiny treat right there. But anyway, yeah, just a little update on the Sweet Cherry 100. If you look here, this is the one in the corner. Just look at all those flowers, and they are putting fruit on too. And to my surprise, most of them are going to be full size, even though these are all growing off suckers basically that I let the plant bush out. But you can see there are some they're good looking tomatoes, even though they're coming out of the container here. And that plant is just a beast. I mean, it'll take over everything if you let it. But the great thing about it is you can eat it. You can eat all the stuff coming off of it. If I were alone on an island and I had to pick a plant to take with me, one plant, I would probably choose the Sweet Cherry 100, just because it grows so fast and produces so much fruit, and would definitely be your best choice to increase your odds of survival on an island. But anyway, just a little update. Everybody have a blessed day. God is good.